Just a quick bit of news today. Games Workshop has revealed a new Chaplain miniature, and we also have the prices for quite a lot of Necron units and a couple of Marine ones. Hello and welcome back to Auspex Tactics, where we've been keeping up with the Marine and Space Marine releases over the last month or so. So two things I wanted to talk about. Let's start with this new Chaplain. So here we have a certain miniature called Chaplain Tarentus, who's a Terminator Chaplain, so quite a rare non-Primaris release for the Space Marines. Apparently this guy's going to be released for Games Workshop's Warhammer Day, which I'm not sure whether it was designed this way, but it falls on the same day as Halloween this year. I believe that if big events were permitted, he'd be the equivalent of an event-exclusive miniature, and they say he's going to be available to order online between the 31st and the 8th of November, and also available in some stores. They haven't explicitly said that he's limited edition. I'm sure that he's not going to be around for a long time, but I hope they have enough stock to save demand. It seems that Games Workshop are doing a few more nostalgia miniature releases that they're selling as just individual more collector's item pieces. We saw those couple of Kaschan miniatures earlier in the year, and this guy feels very much in the similar vein to that Lexicanum Varus miniature, the Terminator Librarian that they had available recently. He was $35 or £22.50 to buy, so I suspect that things will be similar here. In terms of the miniature himself, he looks pretty awesome to me. I believe that that's just a regular combi flamer that he's got in his left hand, as opposed to anything more arcane. Though I'll admit the bolter side does look sort of reminiscent of a storm bolter. If the Librarian miniature was anything to go by, then his in-game rules will just be a standard Terminator Chaplain, not any sort of new unique named character or anything like that. They do specify that he's also available for armies such as Deathwatch and Grey Knights as well, so pretty much a new sculpt of your standard issue Terminator Chaplain. Honestly, it's a bit of a shame that these plastic miniatures aren't sticking around a bit longer. It would be very nice to have a plastic alternative to go alongside that iconic resin one that's been around for a fair while. I think the miniature itself looks pretty decent to me. Its proportions don't seem quite as weird as the Librarians were. Maybe not being able to see exactly where his head is somewhat useful in Terminator armour, as it kind of hides the weird angles that they went into his body on the Librarian. Next I just thought we'd go through the price list for the next wave of Space Marine and Necron releases. Over the weekend, they've released 3 Necron kits, the Necron Warriors, Scorpec Destroyers and Hexmark Destroyer, sadly none of which are really multi-part plastic kits. You can swap the guns around on the Warriors, but the Scorpex and Hexmark are pretty much as is. In our video a couple of days ago, we did talk about the Necron Warriors and their really weird pricing compared with the Recruit set. Basically, you could buy Necron Warriors for £29 here, or you could buy a Recruit set for £32.50, and get a Royal Warden, Primaris Lieutenant and 5 Assault Intercessors for that £3.50. I was quite surprised that people in the comments actually told me that in some places the Recruit Edition is actually significantly less than the Necron Warrior kit, and it's kind of unhelpful to have it around, as it means that people might well buy one kit that has less miniatures in for even more money. I suspect the reason that they've released it is for whenever the Recruit kit is eventually retired, maybe in 10th edition, then they'll sell the Necron Warriors at that higher price. Still though, it looks very stupid in the meantime. Coming up this Saturday, we have the Ophidian Destroyers, Monolith, Void Dragon and Convergence of Dominion on the Necron side, and the Primaris Tech Marine and Hamfall Drop Turret on the Space Marine side. We're still waiting on a few kits, including Eradicators, Heavy Intercessors and Gladiators. I'm sure they'll be making an appearance before long. Price-wise, the Ophidian Destroyers are the same as the Scorpec ones, £34.50 coming with their plasma sight, or $55 in the USA. In reality, I think that these guys are going to be a lot harder to obtain than the Scorpec ones, as of course the Scorpec ones appear in Indomitus and in the Elite box, meaning that you should be able to get them at a decent discount off the standard price if you buy them off eBay or something. I'm sure plenty of people who have them off the Elite box will be selling them on. I'll be honest, the Monolith price is a little bit hard to stomach. With its new Lord of War status and profile, it's £105 or $170, up very significantly on the old one, even if the kit is a lot fancier and a lot bigger. I'll be honest, this one really does feel quite steep, even if you're comparing it to things like Imperial Knights, which are already £95. There might be quite a lot of plastic in that Monolith kit, but in game it costs less points than most Knights, and between it being a Lord of War and not being all that hard to remove from the table, it does seem like quite a big investment. Don't get me wrong, the kit looks absolutely lovely, but I wish Games Workshop would stop repeatedly hiking prices on new releases. By comparison, the Void Dragon looks not quite as bad, to be honest. He's still £68, which is still quite a lot, or $110 US. As a centerpiece model, he still looks spectacular, and he costs around about the same points as the Monolith in game, so you're still getting a centerpiece model, and you're still getting the same sort of size chunk out of a Necron army, and with those slightly horrendous new Catan rules meaning that you can't kill them very easily, this guy's really looking quite good. I'd say his price is a bit more in line with what they've been releasing, rather than above it. The fortifications, the convergence of Dominion and the Hammerfall drop turret are both £35 or $60, both pretty much what I would have expected. The convergence of Dominion is a little bit rubbish in game, to be honest, so I suspect that people will more want to pick that up for some awesome Necron terrain, which I think will certainly be the main reason that people want to get it. And I'm hoping to discuss the Hammerfall drop turret in a tactics video sometime later in the week. It's interesting, though its lack of deep strike is a bit annoying, to be honest. Finally, we have the Primaris Tech Marine. Seems to be pretty much priced in line with their standard character releases, and gameplay wise he does have quite a lot going for him. You do get some significant advantages over the standard Tech Marine, including that very nice heavy bolter. At least gameplay wise he might well be the way to go over the standard one. So let me know what you think of the new Chaplain and the new prices down in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to hear more videos like this, but we'll certainly be keeping up with the new releases as they come out for every faction. And finally, if you were thinking about picking any of these up in the near future, I'd just like to mention that I do have an Element Games affiliate link, which is down in the video description. They offer 10 to 20% off Warhammer miniatures in the UK, and when prices get a bit high, it helps to take the edge off a bit. If you click through in the link in the video description and order any Warhammer whatsoever off there, a small amount of the money goes to help support Auspex tactics without costing you any more whatsoever. It can just be a way to help out the channel on miniature purchases that you were thinking about making anyway. I also do have an Amazon affiliate link for people in the USA and Canada. It works very similarly. Just click on it and order anything through Amazon whatsoever, and a small amount goes to help support the channel. A massive thank you to you guys who have been using that, it really does make a difference. In any case, a big thank you for listening, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.